All right, let's just begin by getting the breath moving. So go ahead and just roll your shoulders. Just begin to consciously, mindfully find that breath in and out. On the way up, we inhale. On the way down, we exhale. Good, and today we're going to inhale up. Clasp your hands behind your head. And I just want you to inhale and pull your back all together. Press your head into your hands. And then exhale, let everything fall forward. Good, do it again. Inhale, reach back, and exhale forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, elbows forward. One more time. And forward. Good, reset your posture here and inhale up. On your exhale, bend your knees, soft fold down onto your legs. Good, and inhale back up. Exhale, soft fold. And inhale up. And one more time. And up. Good, and this time we're going to take a full fold from our mountain pose all the way down. Try to keep the legs straight this time. Maybe that means you're not as deep as you know you'll wind up. That is okay. Let the crown of your head fall towards your mat or the floor. Good. Take your right leg back. Unhinge into a high lunge. And just enjoy a great big breath here. Exhale, step in. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, hinge and fold. Step back with your left. And up you go. Inhale, step in. Little baby back bend on your inhale. Exhale and fold. Step back with your right. And up we go again. And inhale and step in. Exhale, hinge and fold. And one more time with the left. Inhale, step in. Exhale and fold. Good, and we'll take yourself back to downward dog. Go ahead and pedal those heels. Reach down through the heels, up through the hips. Feel your fingertips press into the floor. Remember, your feet should be about hip distance apart here, not together. And bring it forward into a plank, drawing those elbows towards each other underneath your shoulders. Draw the belly button up toward the spine. And inhale as you drop down and come all the way up into cobra or up dog. Just getting that back warm. Good, and come to a tabletop position and go ahead and just cat-cow. Just on your own, with your own breath, just like when we shoulder roll, just getting into your own rhythm. And now walk your knees out toward the sides of your mat, toes towards each other, and exhale back into your child's pose. Good. Bring yourself up and come back to a soft down dog. And then walk or step in. Inhale to standing extension. And exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Good. Take a breath here at the top. Exhale into prayer. Good. Take a breath. Exhale into chair. Good. Lift to a single leg stand with your right leg lifted. Good. And now take your left, well, let's not go there yet. Change my mind. Take that back into warrior three. So in warrior three here, your hands can be in prayer, they can be out in airplane, or they can be straight in front of you. Good. Now swing this forward. Go very slowly. Back to single leg stand. Now, what we're going to do here is sit back into chair, but rather than mountain to chair, I want you to think about bending your left leg and sitting into chair. So it's almost like you bend the left leg to meet the right. Lift to single leg stand. And out to warrior three. We're using the same leg. Back to single leg stand. Right leg is being used here. Exhale back to chair. Same leg. Right leg lifts. Right leg goes back. Right leg lifts. And sink it down. Woo! One more time. Up. And then we go back. And back up. Big breath into your chair. Good. Now take your right elbow to your left leg. So this is chair, revolved chair with prayer hands. We want to make sure that we keep the knees in line with each other. It's really easy to kind of kick a hip out and kick the knee out. Keep them together. If you can't quite get to your leg, you can always just hold on across and open here. If you need more, you can always open here. So you do what works for you. So we're going to lift our right heel. Don't go until you are ready. You're going to step back. Drop into the hips, revolve lunge with prayer hands, gazing at that left elbow or beyond it. Put your hands on the floor. Drop your knee, please. And slide back here. Release that left leg. Good. Slide forward. Lift your back leg. Turn it to the side. And we journey up to warrior two. So our left leg is at the top of the mat. I'm taking about 3 breaths here. And then find an inhale. Kick that right hip away. Reach out beyond your left leg and find your triangle. Again, about 3 breaths. Turn back to your lunge and step back to downward dog. Good. Now, we're going to lift the left leg, but I want you to flex your foot. And you're just lifting and touching your toe. Lifting and touching your toe. Pull the core in Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you go down. Exhale up and down, up. Give me 2 more, just wherever you're at. You might not be right with me, that's okay. And come to a plank. Inhale, chaturanga down. Exhale up to up dog. Back to downward dog. Let your gaze come forward to the top of your mat. Jump in or walk in to the top of your mat. Inhale, standing extension. And exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze. Take a big breath at the top. Exhale the arms all the way by your side. Inhale, roll your shoulders. And exhale, let it down. Inhale, arms up. Sink into your chair. Exhale. Lift your left leg. Exhale, kick the left leg back. Warrior 3. Again, do whatever you want with the arms. Reset your single leg stand. Now try to bring your left foot down into chair. Lift your left leg. Back to warrior 3. Back to single leg stand. Try to sink that right leg. Good. Single leg stand. Push back. And up again. And sink down. Good. And up. One more time. Push back. And up. And down we go. Take a breath. We're in that chair. Left elbow to the right leg. And we've got our prayer hands. Again, back off of that if you need to, or go deeper if you need to. We're going to find our left leg. Don't go till you're ready. Step back. Revolve your lunge with prayer hands. And hands to the floor. Drop your knee. Release everything back. I'll have to go back and watch the video later because Courtney and I lost our balance there at the exact same time. It was like we choreographed it, but we didn't. And come forward, lift your lunge, turn your back foot, journey up to warrior 2. Big breath. Inhale, kick the left hip away. Try to reach that right arm out as far as you can. Then hinge over. So it's really not about how far the arms go. It's about creating this space between the ribs and the hips. So we want to reach first so we create that room. And we're going to turn and step back to our downward dogs. Take a moment to roll those shoulders out of your ears. Push that left heel down. And we're going to take the right leg up. Touch your toe. Exhale up. Touch your toe. Now try not to rush this. Go with your breath. And wherever you're at, give me 2 more. And find your plank. Chaturanga to up dog. Back to downward dog. Exhale and soften that downward dog. Relax down dog. Gaze comes forward. Jump or walk into the top of your mat. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees and unhinge. Excellent job. Legs should be warm now. Take a breath. Exhale over to your left, leaning mountain. And take your time just taking your breath the other way. And come back up to the center. Bring the hands into prayer. We're going to go back to the single leg stand, right leg up. Good. Now, inhale up, and you're going to spiral. Take your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Good. Now, you can always just set the toe down. If you want more, you can grab the big toe and go to the revolve big toe hold. And if you lose your balance, it means you're learning, and that's a good thing. I apparently have no balance today. Good. Put your foot down. Inhale up. Now we're going to go back to that leg in just a moment. Go ahead and lift your left leg. And turn here. Now you don't have to do what you did on the other side. Maybe this side is better for you and you can go to the big toe hold. Or maybe you want to really balance better, so you back off a little bit and stay here in the modified big toe hold. Now this is a standing twisted big toe hold. Come back around. Good. Now come back to prayer. We're going to lift the right leg again. Now before we twisted here. Now we're not going to twist. We're going to open the knee to the side. Right. So this is another modified big toe hold. Think about pressing your hips forward so you can stay here or take that foot all the way up. Good. Try to keep your chest open rather than sort of letting everything cave in. I'd rather you be here and open than here. Good. And release that. Good. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Now we're opening that left knee to the side. So there's your modified big toe hold. If you've got a good stretch going on there in your hip, you can do that. Or increase it. But again, maintain your posture. I'm going to blame the weather. It's wobbly weather. Try to open up. Good. And release that. Good balance practice, everyone. Inhale up. And exhale over, hinge and fold. Inhale, standing extension. Lift the ribs off the hips and exhale, then put them farther down your legs. Good. Go ahead. I want to show you what we're going to do next. So just come up to mountain pose, just so that you can watch. All right. So check it out. We're just going to do a little bit of jumping here, and I'm going to show you the non-jumping variation. So we're going to inhale and jump back to plank, and then exhale to downward dog. Bend the knees and jump in, and then come back. Your option, rather than jumping, you're going to alternate legs. So you'll step back right to plank, downward dog, and then step in right, back to fold. Then you'll do the left, and then the right, and then the left. And does everybody understand? Okay, now if you start with one and switch to the other, that's okay too. All right, here we go. Inhale up, and just make our way back to a fold. All right, here we go. Take a breath, step with your right or jump to plank. Inhale into plank, exhale to downward dog. Now listen, inhale and soften your downward dog, step right or jump. And just go to fold. Take a breath, exhale back to plank, step left, then downward dog, soften, and you'll step left or jump. Good. Right leg leads or jump back to plank, downward dog, soften, right leg leads, or you jump. Jump back, left leg leads, downward dog, soften it, left leg leads, or you jump. This time, right leg leads, plank, downward dog, soften, right leg leads, or jump in. This is your last one. Left leg leads. Very good. Good. Go ahead and just walk up your legs here to the thighs and lift your heart. Drop your shoulders. Standing cow. Catch your breath. Your heart rate should be up. And curl. If your heart rate is not up, you get to teach class Friday. Good. Now go ahead and straighten your spine and then walk down your legs. Step back with your right foot, turn, and come up to warrior two. Enjoy the movement of your breath here. Feel the space you're creating. Good, straighten, and we're gonna go to triangle. Good, now just listen, we're gonna work our way to half moon. So I want you to bend your right knee, that's the one that's behind you, and just push with it and step in about halfway. Yes, you're still in your triangle, just step in about halfway. Now put your hand about 6 inches in front of your foot. We're trying to open everything to the side. Options are to put the toe on the ground and just open up here. You can also just leave your hands on the ground and work on opening up the hip. One more breath. Now listen, bend that left knee, set the foot way back, go through warrior two, all the way up to sun warrior. Good, cartwheel down and downward dog. Good, take your left leg up to three-leg dog. Now bring it forward into your split leg up dog. Now this is basically the exact stretch that we were doing in our big toe hold, our side grabbing big toe hold, only there's no balance. Good, let's thread the needle. So you're gonna take your right hand through to your left foot. Good, and just take your time. Don't force anything. Do keep your bottom leg, that's your right one, reaching to the bottom of the mat. We tend to sort of relax it Keep everything reaching, but let gravity do the work on that left side. So you're probably going to feel that left shoulder rising and falling, and that is okay. Now, if your left arm is out in space and it feels like you're arm barring yourself, so it hurts your elbow, you can always just set your hand palm down, or you can even just rest it on you. Good, now bring that left leg up to the ceiling. Big toe hold. Now take your right leg, that's the bottom one, and flex your foot. Push into your toes. So you're actually going to roll toward your side rather than your back. This is just like our standing pose, only now we don't have to worry about the balance. So really breathe into this. Good, bend that left knee and reset it. Turn, hands are going to go by your heart. Good, now keep the legs soft. Take a breath, roll the shoulders back, pull your elbows in right by your side, and exhale, push yourself up, and then we're going to inhale, go right back down. Exhale, push yourself up, and inhale, go down. Now this is exercise for the arms, but I also want you to feel that nice extension in the back. Just wherever you're at, give me 2 more. Good, from here, lift your hips, knees toward the outside of your mat, toes inward, exhale back into child's pose. Good, and let's go to downward dog. Good, and go ahead and step forward with your right. Turn your left foot, and let's begin. Warrior 2. And straighten. Over we go to triangle. Ooh. Now, we're going to shorten our stance. So bend your left leg, that's your back one, and just push up about halfway. Now, you can stay right here, or you can shift the weight, put your hand about 6 inches in front of your foot. You can leave your toe on the floor if you need to do that. But ideally, everything is straightened, everything is reaching. You're going to soften your right leg, step all the way back through warrior 2 up to warrior 1. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying. Sun warrior. Good, and little cartwheel now down, step back to downward dog. Lift your right leg into 3-leg dog. And bring that forward to split your up dog. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Good, and when you're ready, thread the needle. Left hand's grabbing the right toes. So here's our twisted revolve big toe hold, just like we did when we were standing. Again, if that elbow is floating out in space, you can always turn your palm down. Soften that right leg, point it to the ceiling, big toe hold. And take your left leg and flex it. So you're pushing that blade of your foot to the floor, and you're gonna roll slightly forward on your hips. So you're on your left side, not on your back. Think about pushing the heel into the ceiling. Good, and roll to your belly. Hands are gonna go right by your sides. Roll your shoulders. Now relax your back. So your core is engaged, but it's not super tense like I'm gonna lift my whole body, because I want your back to have movement. So in a normal push-up, our back would not have movement, right? It's not supposed to. So we get some arm work in here, but more importantly, we get a natural movement of the spine happening. If you need to go less, go less. And just wherever you're at, give me 2 more. And then we're gonna push the hips back, knees toward the outside, toes in, and enjoy that child's pose. Good, go ahead and tuck your feet. Bring yourself back to downward dog. Walk or jump in. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. So just see now if you are folding further than when you started class. Good, bend your knees and unhinge. Good, roll your shoulders. Take a breath. Exhale, come to mountain pose, prayer hands here. Lift your sternum into your thumbs and just take a breath. And inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, standing extension. And exhale and fold. Take your right leg back. Take a breath and revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor, left leg up, 3-leg dog. And now bring that leg under you for pigeon. Walk it back. Find that posture. Remember, we don't want the ribs caving into the hips. Feel that length between the ribs and hips as you lengthen your spine if you're going to go over. Good, walk yourself up and go back to downward dog. Take a breath and walk in, or step in rather, with your right foot. And then exhale and revolve your lunge here. Open up that heart to the ceiling, strong leg in the back. Hand to the floor, take your right leg up to three-leg dog. And then under you for pigeon. And walk yourself up. We're going to have a seat and swing the legs around. Good. Take a deep breath. Inhale up. Now walk those sit bones back toward the back of your mat. Then exhale over and fold. It is not about where you can reach. Okay? It's about how far can you get that last rib down your legs. Just let the rest of your body follow. So if you have not noticed, we have a big toe theme going on today. So go ahead and grab your right foot, big toe hold. So I'm taking 2 fingers on my foot. If you need to adjust to an outside foot grip, you can, or an inside foot grip. That'll give you a little more stretch. Push your left leg down as you recline back. Good, now open up your left arm. So I want you to focus on your left side, staying as much on the floor as possible as you open up. Now it is okay if your hip rolls open just a little, but notice I have my left heel is pushing into the ground. I'm trying to push my left hip down. Now in this one, don't worry if you can't straighten your leg, your right one. Just do the best you can. Good, take it back up. Go ahead and inhale and just give your legs a hug. Ah. Good, now before you grab your left foot, extend your right leg down. So find that length on the right side of your body. Then find your big toe hold. So you should feel almost like the legs are pushing in opposition. One's pushing to the ceiling, one's pushing to the floor. Take your right arm and open it to the side. So even though we're using our left leg here, we're focusing on our right side. You should feel a stretch, not just in your left leg, but in the hip flexor of your right leg. Those of you that do Taekwondo, this is a great stretch for the twist kick. Bring it back up, take a deep breath, and exhale. Give your legs a hug, and just rock back and forth. Good, place your, I have choked myself. Place your feet on the floor. Good, now our palms are gonna go up above our head. Palms are up. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, take your arms to the letter T and come all the way up. And then you're going to reach above your head. Good. Now, sometimes we do this where we swing the arms up, but that gives us momentum. By that, I mean this. And we have momentum. Momentum's our friend, but not right now. So we want to do it without momentum. So we want to try to go from here. All right. So we're going to go all the way down. Inhale, go above your head. Now come to the side, and it's like you're clapping two cymbals together. Yes, and back down. Exhale. Try to keep your feet on the floor. Now, if you can't get all the way down, you just go as far as you can. Wherever you're at, give me 4 more. Keep your breath moving. Feel that belly pulling into your spine. And we're actually going to end seated. So pick that last one, open your hips, and let your feet come together. Go ahead and grab your feet. Good. And then walk your hips towards your heels. Yeah, get it in further. Again, find your posture. Now, in this fold, you can round your back, but I still want to reach forward with my ribs as I round and not push back to the back of my mat. Good, and sit up. Good, and we're gonna go to easy pose or half lotus. So let's start with the right leg in front, or you can take this right leg on top. It's whichever's comfortable for you. All right, find those sit bones and press them down, find your posture. Good, bring the hands to the heart and inhale up. We're gonna twist to the right, so toward the leg that's in front or on top. Good, now stay in this twist, but get your sternum right in line with your knee. So it's like your sternum is following down the line of your thigh. And you can use your arms here to just gently bow over the right leg here. Now we tend to roll onto the right hip. So focus on keeping the left hip down. You can do that by focusing actually on the left knee. Push the knee down, the hip will stay down. Because you know, the head bone's connected to the foot bone. So. Good, come back up. Big breath up here. And now reach this forward. And walk that up. Go ahead and unwrap your legs. Straighten them out for me. And just give them a little shake here. Ah, very nice. So we have another side to do. So now the left leg goes in front or on top. Now you don't have to do what you did on the other side. Take a deep breath. And we're going to turn to the left. So toward that front or top leg. Again, where's your posture here? Breathe deep into your belly. And now just spend a breath or two. Line up that sternum right down the line of your femur. Take a breath. Exhale. Bow over that left leg. Push the right knee down. Keep your right hip down. And sit up. Big breath. And here we go. Reach out. There's a giant plate of brownies. Try to reach them. I just gained 5 pounds thinking about a plate of brownies. Good. Walk yourself up. Grab your knees. Roll yourself back. Take a couple breaths here. Just, whoo, you made it kind of breaths. And then when you're ready, roll your knees to one side. Open your heart to the ceiling. Exhale, look the other way. Come center. Grab your knees again. Take a deep breath. Let it out like a sigh. And one more. And then inhale again. And roll your knees to the other side. Open your heart to the ceiling. Look the other way. Bring your legs center and let your feet open up one more time into bound pose. Good, and you can just relax into this, or if you want to add a little movement, thinking about rocking your knees from side to side. That might not feel good to you, it might, whatever. We're gonna start Shavasana from here. We're gonna end just a couple minutes early. But take some time to breathe here. Move to another pose if that's what works for you. And I want you to travel to that space between your belly button and your spine. I want you to imagine that there's a basket or a balloon. And every time you breathe, you're filling that balloon, filling that basket with your breath. And then let it go. As you let it go, be sure to completely empty that balloon or that basket so that you can refill it. Feel your shoulder blades relaxing out into the floor. Feel your arms get heavy. Spend a moment or two in your lower back. Just notice how your back has softened using that breath. And feel the heaviness in your legs. And just begin to feel your body in contact with the floor. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes. When you're ready, draw your knees in to your heart and roll to one side. And then join me seated. Good. Take the arms to the outside. Take a deep breath in. And bring the hearts to prayer center and lift your sternum into your thumbs. And I just want you to spend a moment here in gratitude. You know, we tend to think about what we couldn't do today in class, right? That time that we wobbled or couldn't spiral as much as we wanted or couldn't jump back as much as we wanted. I want you to clear your mind of that. And I want you to be grateful for what you can do and think about what you did do. And take another deep breath up. Exhale, push the room away. Inhale, roll your shoulders and bring those hands back to heart center. And God bless you. Namaste, guys. Have a great Wednesday. Stay dry. I don't know about your house, but it's raining here. So I will be around for a moment or two if you have a question. If not, have a great day. I'll see you Friday.
Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Bye, Johnny.